Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
Various groups from the African Caribbean community under the auspices of African Canadian Association of Ottawa turned up for the No Peace Until Justice Coalition event. The peaceful march is one of the numerous activities by African Canadians in the wake of demonstrations against police brutality across America.
We are very impacted by what happened to George, but I think that it's an accumulation of all these things that are becoming like something that is normal.
This has become something that happens all the time. So we are putting our attention to the fact that this is something that it has continued to be repeated, and it is time for us to say enough is enough.
I'm recognizing a tipping point with systemic racism, which we all know exists. I think this is the first of several tipping points.
It's very important for us as Canadians of African descent to give voice, to be understood how racism is something that is affecting our communities here.
My daughter is 7 and she already understands that she's different. It's really easier for her to relate with people that are blacks, especially new immigrants that are Nigerians. And though I try to make her understand that she should be herself and she should make friends with everybody.
Even in the course of the pandemic that we are experiencing, there is still issue of racism coming to intersect the challenge, the global challenge that is already in existence. We need to work together, irrespective of race, irrespective of the part of the world that we are from.
Ce qui est arrivé à George Floyd, c'est quelque chose d'assez préoccupant et d'assez grave. Mais je pense que tout ce qui se passe aujourd'hui, ce n'est pas de prendre George comme étant un héros, mais c'est juste prendre cet exemple dramatique de George pour dire que c'est un problème qui est plus grand que cela. C'est un problème de racisme qui existe depuis longtemps, et le problème de George nous permet juste de donner la voix pour dire on en a assez, on en a marre, il faut que ça s'arrête tout simplement.
Nous sommes ici aujourd'hui, c'est parce que nous voulons que les gens entendent la situation de l'injustice qui existe dans le monde, pas seulement aux États-Unis. C'est vrai qu'il y a la situation de George aux États-Unis, mais nous sommes ici pour que les gens nous entendent, parce que nous voulons que cette situation de maltraitance et de mauvais comportement à l'égard des Noirs cesse. C'est la raison pour laquelle nous sommes aujourd'hui. Un des journalistes de mon pays dit très souvent, qui s'appelle Norbert Zongo, il disait que le pire n'est pas la méchanceté des gens méchants, mais c'est le silence des gens bien. Alors nous ne devons plus être silencieux, nous devons parler.
There should be some practical change. There are lots of rules, there are lots of promises, there are lots of decisions at office or on the desk, but there is no move. The action in terms of policy, in terms of giving opportunity in economy, in education, in all aspects.
Sound bites from some members of the Canadians of African Descent Health Organization, CADHO. The gathering provided an opportunity to amplify the vital elements of health inequities in the system.
Racism is a key determinant of health in Canada, in the US, in many of the Western nations. It not only impacts the individual, but it's the systemic structure, the health care that you receive. Look at the numbers we're getting in terms of people being affected by COVID-19 and those who are dying from it. So even the care we receive when you go to the hospital, who gets tested, where are the testing facilities? All of those are areas through which racism impacts on the health care of people of color. And so it is an issue that we have to address both at the systemic level, at the policy level, at the education level, at the front line, the point of care. When people go in to receive care and you complain of your symptoms and you're not taken seriously, or even when you're taken seriously, people do not understand how to examine you and understand the symptoms you would show. You may be anemic as a black person, but it will not look like in the same way as the white person who is anemic. You may be jaundice, you may suffer from jaundice, but if your healthcare providers do not even have the skill to assess you properly, then even though we have universal healthcare system in Canada, your needs are not being met.